loops around on its little 3-minute loop there. And we're
Yeah.
all good. We're all good.
I mean, the ITG band is just. I'm not saying we're in the Grammy conversation yet, but maybe around the corner. You never know. You never know.
yeah,
Did we lose Jamie too? Did we?
They should have
It's just
some
me and you,
recognition
Phil.
here. It's just the two of us for the
Wow.
moment. JB will be right back.
It's the Morgan Mullinax Power Hour, presented by Gary Patterson and Ryan Brewer-Fence. And, of course, it's the Love Chevy Drive around the SEC, Ben Hoover, and the terrific staff over there in Columbia and Harbison, home of the $1,000 low price guarantee. Simply put, if you're looking for a new Chevy car, truck, SUV, there's only one place to go. That is Love Chevy. All right, we're going to start. I got a lot of football here and a lot of basketball here and a little bit of baseball here. Dealer's choice. Jamie is back. I'll let the two of you vote on it here. Where do you want me to start? No problem.
Had to get a quick snack. I didn't want to eat on the air. It's not polite.
That's
refuel. We appreciate.
I used to have a co-host that would do that. Would eat with his microphone on. I'm like, dude,
what? Oh
yes.
No!
You gotta clean that up, man.
Come on, man.
Like, far be it for me to teach a course on manners, but people don't want to hear you on the air. It's not a good sound. Not a good sound. I'll answer my own question. I'll start off with a little SEC baseball.
Right. You know what?
C. I'm going to go with C.
Take C. That's
C.
right. Take C.
Baseball it is. Okay. Last night, you know how I feel about some of the midweek games. I don't get obsessed with the midweek games. Obviously, we talked about Carolina's win over Citadel. Florida had a win over Jacksonville last night. Caglione hit a home run 517 feet. I talked about Charlie Condon of Georgia on Monday. So those two are they're going neck and neck for not just best offensive year in the SEC, but historic year. Caglione set the modern day record with 33 home runs last season. Condon's already sitting on 24, and his numbers are just eye-popping. He's going to put together one of the best seasons in the history of the sport. Not bad for a preferred walk-on. Can
I add a quick note to that?
Yeah, please do.
That home run is the farthest home run ever hit in the StatCast era, Major League Baseball or college baseball.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I just knew it was the farthest one ever hit at that ballpark, which has only been around a few years.
Yeah. StatCast era.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. I mean, he hits tape measure home runs, and he can hit 99 on the radar gun as a pitcher.
Yeah.
Condon is 6'6". I'd love to know what was missing from him in the recruiting process coming out of high school. Or the kid's a preferred walk-on and has to redshirt before he sees the field. I mean, it could be a late bloomer. It could be like a Dalton Connect in basketball. I don't know. Nothing late bloom about Big Z, Zvonimir Ivicic. I had a chance to call his breakout game against Georgia this year. It kind of went viral. He finally got free and by the NCAA, that is, and just went off, and he's hitting threes. He's throwing behind the back passes. He's doing everything. But then, like so much of Cal's team last year, things just didn't seem to fit. You're just surrounded by all these lottery picks and first-round guys, and it's like, well, where do we got two other 7-footers, one of which has already transferred, and Aaron Bradshaw to Ohio State. Well, Big Z, the 7'2" center from Croatia, has taken his talents. I can't say that in Croatian. He is going to Arkansas. He's going to follow Cal there. He's a really good kid, a fun player to watch. That's a big, because he'll get playing time there. They just didn't know how to incorporate him into a stacked Kentucky lineup. That news, of course, comes on the heels of top 50 recruit Cam Scott releasing his letter of intent from Texas. He reopened his recruitment, and the big news of the morning, he, of course, is going to be a South Carolina Gamecock. Oh, by the way, you guys have heard of Nick Pringle?
Yeah.
Nick Pringle becomes the 5th Alabama player to enter the portal. 6'9", 6'10", wiry, big, played really well for Alabama down the stretch during their Final Four run. Although at times he was just kind of like, I don't want to say in the doghouse, but he would flash and he wouldn't play. He would flash and he wouldn't play. He's out of Seabrook, South Carolina. Now, he's already been to Wofford, played JUCO, and now Bama the last couple of years. I'm here to tell you, and I have no inside information on this, he'd better than most of the bigs at Carolina right now. Like, that would be a good get in the portal. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
The SEC baseball slate, I did want to mention this. Ole Miss is at Georgia. Tennessee's at Kentucky. Auburn is at Mississippi State. Florida at Vanderbilt. Florida's lost 5 out of 6. That was like a headline series at the beginning of the year. I'm not sure what it looks like now. A&M at Alabama. LSU at Missouri. And, of course, Arkansas at Carolina. A huge opportunity for the Gamecocks to make a statement. And as we talked about this second half, there's going to be some teams that spike. There's some that are going to hit a wall. There's plenty that'll just stay right in the middle. Which one will Carolina be? We shall find out. Going to football. I thought this was interesting. There's so much talk about offense every year. This was a poll provided by CBS Sports. The top 20 defenses. We've got 5 of them hailing from the SEC. Now, everybody and their grandmother is going to guess Georgia, Alabama. And you'd be right. Georgia 1, Alabama 6. You want to take a shot, gentlemen, at the other 3? Jamie, we'll start with you, sir.
Texas.
Correct. Number 8.
Missouri.
Even though they lost the human eclipse, Devondre Sweat will be a first rounder.
That's a good point. What'd you say, Phil?
Missouri.
No. It's a great guess, but remember, Missouri is about to get raided by the draft.
Oh,
Their
yeah,
top
that's
corners,
true. Yeah, they lost all.
Linemen.
Yeah.
That defense, right. And they lost their coordinator, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri is going to be a lot of things this year on offense. I do not think they're going to be nearly as good on defense.
I mean, I would say A&M too, but they lost so much to the portal.
But A&M is 14, so
They've
they're
got
in this
them in
list
there? Okay.
because they got a lot in the portal. So they
True.
lost guys like Warren Nolan to A&M to Ole Miss, but then they got a bunch of guys. So in the portal very often is like a net sum gain. You're going to lose some, but many of these elite programs are going to gain some. So that's what A&M did. They flushed out guys that were just continually looking for an extra buck and didn't really want to be there in the first place. And they brought in guys that they think can make a difference. So this particular poll by CBS has...
I'd say Tennessee's the last one, by the way.
That was going to be my guess as well. Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Ooh. Okay.
Nope. Georgia 1, Bama 6, Texas 8, A&M 14. Who's 19?
Kentucky?
Nope.
I don't know. Florida would be my last Hail Mary, but that's about
Kentucky
it.
got 2 big portal grabs from Georgia. Ole Miss. And again, they got Warren Nolan from A&M. They were the biggest portal winner. Winning out there. So Georgia, Bama, Texas, A&M, Ole Miss. I get it. It's just another poll. But if you look at the personnel, it's justifiable. Like it's very justifiable. There's other names that, certainly could get in there. This is from Will Backus of CBS Sports. Some SEC guys that really flashed over last Saturday's crop of spring games. Arcus running back Jaquindon Jackson. Of course, they lost Rocket Sanders to Carolina. The quarterback turned ball carrier quietly transferred to Arkansas from Utah. Looks like a great fit. 6'2", 235. Tallied 3 touchdowns in their spring game. Graham Mertz is going to be the guy for Florida at quarterback, but DJ Lagway is their star recruit, and naturally he played in the spring game. And yes, he looked good. He ran the offense opposite Mertz, managed 12 completions, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big, physical freak type of kid. They're pinning a lot of things on him after Mertz goes. Georgia wide receiver Dominic Lovett, transfer from Georgia from Missouri in 2023. Solid first year with the Dogs. 54 catches, 613 yards, 4 touchdowns. Well, he had a great spring game. 7 grabs, 104 yards. Looked like he's going to be very... I mean, remember now, they lose McConkey and they lose Brock Bowers. That's a pretty big hole. The 2 big holes to fill.
That's probably 70% of their receiving production.
Yeah, no question. No question. So guys like Dominic Lovett are certainly going to be called upon. Two more for you. LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier, the Nuss Bus. I know JC's not a huge Nuss guy. He's stepping in, of course, for Jaden Daniels. Immense expectations have been levied upon him. He's a redshirt junior. He's one of those kids that did not bail in an era of the portal. Garrett Nussmeier could have been a starter for about 100 Division I schools. He stayed. He connected on all 7 of his passes, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Alabama wide receiver Jeremy Bernard, who signed with Michigan State in 2022 and then transferred to Washington. He's now at Alabama with Kalen DeBoer. And as they're trying to find a solidified number 1 guy, he looked like he might be it during their spring game. 3 grabs and 122 yards. He's a burner. He can help stretch the field, and that's what he'll be called upon to do. And that is your Love Chevy. Drive around the SEC. Maestro, take it away.
Brought to you by Love Chevy, where the inventory is overflowing and the deals are in full bloom. I-26 at Harbison and at lovechevy.com. Together, let's drive.
I love his voice. I love that voice.
Together, let's drive.
Yeah, let's drive. By the way, JC is out the rest of the day with a meeting at Garnet Trust headquarters, aka the University of South Carolina. So
does he put on a suit for that?
Mike, I don't know if he puts on anything. I'm not...
Does he roll up? Like, does he go to Brent Skinner and get a 3-piece, or is he like what's his name, Zuckerberg, and show up in a hoodie and flip flops?
I've always taken.
I imagine he'll acquire a 3-piece of some sort on the way in there, but I don't think he's wearing it.
He'll show up. He'll show up with a 3-piece, wearing a 1-piece. Think about that. Right. Okay,
a onesie.
Yeah, I don't know. You just I don't know.
I mean, it is business. When it's about business,
it is indeed business.
You got to shed the T-shirt and then the shorts and the jeans. You got to dress the part. Yeah. We're all used to seeing JC casual. I'm just wondering, does he clean up?
A business casual, JC.
Business
That's probably
casual.
What it is.
Yeah, maybe a golf
business
shirt.
Casual affair. Yeah,
good for his wedding.
Color. Yeah,
I looked great for his wedding. Yeah. No, he's capable. Trust me, he's more than capable. I'm just wondering, when he packed, I'm sounding like Cruz and A Few Good Men. So when you packed, did you bring your essentials? Did you bring your bathroom bag? Did you? Did JC pack a suit? Is he going dress casual? Golf shirt, maybe a pair of Blue Delta dress jeans. Because he's high dollar like that.
Hey.
I bet he's bedecked with his Britain's gear. He's got one of those nice polos on, that great pair of pants.
Okay,
that
there you go.
Acquired, and they're Britain's on Divine. Probably has attired Mr. Shirt for this big meeting to him.
Yeah, belt on, though, shirt tucked in.
Yeah. I
mean, when you're talking business, you got to have the shirt tucked, belt fastened, somewhat cleanly shaven.
Yeah.
He got a haircut last week. So,
product in the hair, a little mousse it up.
Business. Phil, I can't, for some reason, can't get the moment out of my head when we sat down at that Cuban restaurant in Florida. And the guy was like, what would you like to drink? Well, I'll take a bourbon. No, you want mojitos.
No, that's right.
Mojito or margarita?
Mojito?
Guess we'll have mojito then.
Well, why didn't you ask if I wanted a mojito or a sangria? Apparently what I want to drink.
I'll do a bourbon, man.
Sorry I missed that. I had to do a game, but I could, and that's a very reputable place, by the way. That's a famous Cuban.
Food was good.
The food was good.
He scouted well, but I would just love to see that motley crew walking in there, and those guys back in the kitchen going, "Look at these gringos!" Oh my goodness,
that's right.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, somebody back there is like, they'll never know that this isn't.
No,
give them. Do you think we should put pork in there or squirrel? Give them the squirrel. They won't know the difference.
That's right. Yeah, there's nobody in that room could have attested to whether or not that was authentically Cuban.
Just give them some pheasant tacos. They won't know the difference.
Hey, I would know what that tastes like. I like pheasant. I'm a pheasant guy. Gotta go to the squirrel.
I know people that hunt it on a regular basis. Gabe Gross was a guy that I worked with a lot. He's now coaching at Auburn, but he's a big hunter.